doing literally nothing. This is the accumulation zone. This is when you want to buy crypto. This is when you want to buy Bitcoin, and this is when you just want to accumulate the entire market. I do have to say, I am live. Guys, if you want to join my trading group, I appreciate it. I did add to the bottom right-hand corner, there should be right here a what's it called? A trademark, a watermark, I think is the right word. If you click that, that'll take me to my YouTube channel. And then from there, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can join the trading group, which is on my Patreon. So if you guys want to join the trading group, link to join is in, it's next to that watermark. So, yeah. I'll turn the music back on. We still got 2 more minutes until we go live. Or turn the music back on. We still got 2 more minutes until we go live, or until I start the live stream. But I thought I would get started here a little bit early, do some kind of intro, and then we can go from there. So, yeah. Anyways, hopefully I'm not really shadow banned, because now I'm also going live on TikTok and I have no watchers. I'm not sure what's going on with that. This is the normal time I go live, 11 p.m. Central Time on Mondays and Saturdays. I'm not sure what's going on with TikTok, but it's not going good. Oh, the good thing is Trump also did extend the TikTok thing for 75 more days. So we have another 2.5 more months of TikTok minimum. And my guess is in the next 75 days, we'll figure something out. Trump will figure something out. So I don't think TikTok is going anywhere, at least not for another 70-some days. So let me just get this situated. Did I tell the Telegram I'm live yet? I don't remember. If you guys want to join the Telegram as well, that is free to join. Link to join is in the description below. With that being said, guys, I'm going to turn the music down and we are going to get started. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the support. It does help support the channel. But, yeah, let's go over to the Crypto Fear and Greed Index and kind of see what's going on. So, again, we are still in fear, which is really interesting to me. I'm going to turn the music down. We're still in fear on the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. And, again, it's kind of interesting. Like, I'm not surprised, because literally crypto's done nothing, but that is where we're at. So anytime this gets below 10, I love to buy Bitcoin. I'm still buying Bitcoin every week, but if we got below 10, I would go a little bit heavier, or maybe double down, triple down on any 1 week where I buy crypto, because anytime I see this in the single digits, it's been a great buy. I prefer 9 and lower. I haven't seen that in a long time. We did get down to 10 a while back, but that's just something I do watch on the daily, so that's something to take note of if we get back below 10. So that hasn't happened in, I think, several years. We got down to 10 a month ago. So that's the lowest we've been in several years, I do believe. So with that being said, I showed you guys on inverted head and shoulders. And so far, I would not say it's broken up. I would not say it's broken down. But if we hold this lever heel here at $82,700, I mean, that's great support. That would be the right shoulder, inverted shoulder, holding as support and getting the bounce to the upside. So again, this is on the 4-hour time frame. It's a massive time frame. But it is looking decent. I'll say decent. A 5 out of 10 on how it looks here on the 4-hour. I don't love the fact that we're looking decent. I'll say decent. A 5 out of 10 on how it looks here on the 4-hour. I don't love the fact that we're below the 200, but so far it's lackluster price action, so we haven't really got a dump because you're below the 4-hour. Usually if you are below the 4-hour 200, you get a dump. So far that really hasn't happened. It's just been lackluster going sideways this entire weekend. And again, you've been in this price range in one way or another really since you entered right here, and that was the 27th. So March 27th, April 20th. Last 2 months, you could say Bitcoin has, yes, it's gone up, it's gone down. It did get above 90,000 in that 2-month span since February 27th. But overall, in the last 2 months, it has really traded. Overall, most of the time, it's been below 90,000. You could say it's been trading between 87. The time it's been below 90,000. You could say it's been trading between 87,000 and 76K. That's a $10,000 range, but for 2 months, it's not that crazy. So again, to me though, here's what I see on the higher time frame, such as the 4-hour. I see this as an inverted head and shoulders. There's your left shoulder, there's your head, here's your right shoulder forming, and technically this right shoulder could be a higher low unless you make 1 wick lower or down. But for right now, I see we have strong, I would even say now weekly support here, at 81K. If you hold at 81K, we're going to be Gucci for a move higher. Yes, they are sign. The 4 hour doesn't look lovely, but the 4 hour time frame, at least on the macro time frame, when you zoom out, last 2 months it's been in this inverted head and shoulders, and I really do see this as I would say there's a 70% chance that this is the low here, down here at 76.4, and I would say that there's also a 70% chance, or maybe 65% chance that Bitcoin does not lose 81K again. Now, I could be wrong. That's only $2,200 away from losing it. But again, right now, to me, it looks bullish for a move to the upside, although it's going to take time to get out of here. The daily time frame looks okay to me. Again, you're below the 200 on the daily, which is currently sitting at $86,600. You have to reclaim that to be bullish on the daily. But I still think the daily looks okay. Like, if you look at the RSI, that isn't looking phenomenal, but still curving to the upside. Also, the money flow has room to go on the daily. If we look at the 3-day, it's really the same situation. None of these timeframes look phenomenal. The weekly is oversold. Again, that doesn't even look phenomenal either on the RSI, but I still believe that there's a 65% chance that we don't lose 81K again. So that's what I'm going off of. I could be so wrong, but I gotta say, it doesn't look fantastic. I said the chart on the 4 hour time frame, you're holding key levels of support. That's why I say we have a 5 out of 10, but you're like 70% plus. And your next support to the downside is 82.6. Can you hold that level? Your next resistance that I see to the upside would be about 84K. If you break 84K, I really do see a bigger measure move. You have a little resistance here, 85K. If you break 85K, though, the next real resistance I see would be this double top we had at 88.7 a few days ago. The next real resistance I see would be this double top we had at 88.7 a few days ago. So we'll see what happens, but really the next resistance I'm watching for is $88,600 if we can stay above 81K. So these are the macro time frames. We have weekly support at 81K. I would say we have weekly resistance at $88,600. And you could say, Andrew, what does that mean if we have weekly resistance or support at these key levels? Well, it just means that support is very strong, or the resistance is very strong, and it's going to take a lot of power to break through either price level. You can see that we've tested this level here, 88.6, multiple times. We haven't broken through it for several weeks now. And same thing at 81K. We've been above 81K. We've not lost the level of 81K since March 14th. It's been 3 weeks of price action staying above that key level, which means consecutive weeks above a price level tells me that's weekly resistance. When you've tested that level multiple times in that span and you've stayed above it for several weeks on end, I call that weekly support. And the same thing up here, 88.6. You've tested that level multiple times in the last several weeks, but you can't get above it. So again, weekly resistance, $88,600, weekly support, 81K. In between those price levels, you do have resistance and support, but I would say you have decent support, 82.6. You have very little support here, 83K, a little resistance at 84, and a little resistance at 85. If you get above 85, I see us gapping to 88.6 pretty quickly. I don't really see anything between 85 and 88.6. So I gotta say, the 4 hour time frame looks okay to me, 5 out of 10. The 1 hour time frame doesn't look phenomenal. It's below the 200. You're almost about to get rejected here at the 200 with the RSI curving to the downside. So I gotta say, 1 hour looks pretty bad. The 15-minute time frame looks phenomenal. I believe that's going to be a bounce point, 83,100. That looks like, even though it's I wouldn't even say that's a falling wedge, but you could draw it as a falling wedge. It's not one I would trade. I wouldn't be long in this right now, but it looks like that's going to be very likely that is your low. As ugly as a falling wedge this is, by the books, that's still a falling wedge. And that has a measure move of $84,400. That would get you above that. Well, no, it wouldn't get you above the weekly one at 85K or 86.6. But that looks like you could get moved to $84,400 tonight. Again, it's a weekend. It's lackluster trading, so I would just be very trade now with the stop loss below 83.1 and a take profit around 84.4 or even one at 83.9 at resistance. And I'd be very aggressive taking profits on the weekends. I just would be. Not financial advice. I just would be. But to me, this looks like you could get a move higher based on the 15. But you know what? I would not take the trade yet because you still have the half-hour time frame going to the downside. I'm starting to backtest it, and I've backtested this more recently, like this last week or so. And anytime the 15-minute time frame is oversold, I immediately look at the 33-minute time frame. Or you could do the half hour. It's the same thing. But I like the 33-minute time frame. if that is still in a downtrend on the RSI or still coming down after being overbought, most of the time the 15-minute time frame is not ready to pump yet, and you get sideways consolidation until the half hour and the 15-minute time frame are oversold. So to me, I'd be watching for a long here out of this possible falling wedge, but I would not be taking long here. I'd be waiting for a little bit more downside or sideways action on the half-hour time frame to enter long. And really, in the next 1 to 3 hours, you could maybe enter long here on the half-hour and 15-minute time frame. But so far, to me, I'd be staying out of a trade. And it's Saturday night, so I wouldn't even be in a trade in general right now. It's just weekend volume and weekend trading doesn't look phenomenal. And I told you, even the 4-hour time frame looks 5 out of 10. It's failing. It doesn't look great. I wouldn't say it's failing, but like if you rate out of the rating scale, 5 out of 10 is not good. So to me, I would not be trading this. And if you did want to trade because you're bored, then I would wait at least for the half-hour time frame to get oversold on the stock RSI. So where do I see price action going? Well, I say sometime tomorrow. It's 70% chance that we do get the bounce to the upside. But I think right now it's 11 p.m. Central Time, my time. I think sometime between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., you could really start to see a bounce to the upside for Bitcoin if we get this love. But overall, I just think that for the next 1 to 2 hours, really, you have downside or sideways consolidation. And then maybe early tomorrow morning, you could get some kind of move to the upside. So that's where I see us going short-term, super short-term and short-term, and then medium-term and macro long-term. I see Bitcoin holding the lows at 81K and getting a bounce back to the upside starting sometime next week. So that's what I see going on, but I would not be taking this trade just yet. This is a wait and see what happens with this trade. This is a have it on your radar trade setup, but it's nothing I would be trading right now. And you could enter alert here, and then I would just go down to, you go to price, you go to stock RSI, you go to once, and when the RSI on the half hour gets oversold, you could have the alert go off one time so you don't get alerted continuously. But that's what I would do. So set your alerts. I'll probably be asleep when that alert goes off, but that's what I would do. So set your alerts. I'll probably be asleep when that alert goes off, but you can have your alert set and enter a trade. That's a valid trade setup. But I would not be entering the trade just yet. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know and I'll look at them. But that's what I see going on. Thank you guys for the likes. And I'm going to start to watch the chat a little bit more. Remember, guys, we're live on YouTube and on TikTok. And if you guys want to join the trading group, you can click the watermark in the bottom right-hand corner of my screen on YouTube. And that'll take you to my YouTube channel. And then from there, you'll see the Patreon link to join the trading group. I post Bitcoin setups there all day long. Or at least I post Bitcoin every day. Altcoins 99% of the days. It just depends on what's going on. Like I gave this long on Hippo, and I'd be honest, even altcoins have gone sideways today. But I gave that, and then earlier today I gave a SPA long. I'm still in both of those positions. I have a stop, so I saw this falling wedge on Hippo. I posted to the trading group. Since then, it's gone sideways literally, but the half hour is oversold right now. And then on SPA, it's really the same thing. Altcoins have not perform well. Both of these have the same kind of setup, falling wedges, and then they just went sideways out of the falling wedges. SPA performed a little bit better, but not phenomenal. And my stop loss on SPA is 12 cents. My stop loss on Hippo is literally 392, I believe, 391. So it's not looking great, but those are the only two trades I'm in. They can both roll over very easily, and I lose money, but that is what I see going on. Those are the trades I'm in, and they are both lackluster, to say the least, right now. But early today, SPA did get a small bounce, and it just hasn't been great, though. I mean, trading weekends it's not fantastic. I'll just say that. So that's what's going on, and I don't expect